Welcome to Faith Fiction and or Folklore, or the Triad Podcast, where we try not to mess the podcast up. Gary, how are you this evening?
I am super duper, I think.
Can you
I'm
hear me?
awake. The world is good. Can you hear me?
I can hear you.
I can hear you. We're actually acting semi-professional. It's a wonderful feeling.
Sweet. Okay, my mic is
Sweet.
actually coming through this time
It is. And
on
so
the
is mine, I
live.
think.
Wait, let me turn it back up.
All right. Check. Check. Check, check, check. Checkity, check, check, check,
Yes,
McCheckerson.
we're
All
good.
right, sweet. Sweet action. So what we talk about today, Trevor? You want to tell the folks?
Today we're gonna continue with our Bible readings, Exodus 4, and then we're going. Sorry, I'm trying to do more than my brain can account for. So Exodus 4, and then we're going to move on to Matthew 9, where we left off from
Okay.
last time, which was, what was it? 14, Matthew 9:14.
All right.
And then after that, you wanted to get back into talking about Candace Owens and Erika, right?
Oh, yes, I was going to be. I don't know if it's petty. Like, a part of me is afraid that it's petty, but I did feel like it needed to be discussed. Because last week, when we were talking about the Erika Kirk thing, we mentioned that I suspected her saying that unforgiveness was like, yeah, that she forgives Tyler Robinson, that was what was causing a lot of the, like, all the stuff about her being the actual murderer and all that. I was like, all right, this is a pretense. She said something that offended the general religious sensibilities of the culture, and that's probably why everybody's reacting the way they are. And then Candace Owens confirmed it in that debate with Andrew Wilson. And it's quite incredible because everybody keeps acting like she's the one, or from what I am led to believe, because I have been unplugged from this mostly for the last couple weeks. But I am under the impression that Candace Owens is thought to have won the debate, but every point she's made seems to make her position worse. And again, it just, increases the chances that my delusion theory is right. But anyway, I wanted to play a quote of her basically confirming what we talked about the last time we were on air.
Okay.
And it's probably pettiness, but it's also, I think, a relevant conversation. So yes,
Nothing we do is petty.
I'm petty. I'm very petty. I am a petulant child.
Do you like being petty?
Do I like being petty? See, you're doing that thing where you say stupid stuff that throws everything off track. Makes me
Sorry.
very sad. Makes me very sad. You're derailing. Why are you derailing, Trevor?
The derailing is strong with this one.
Yes, yes. The chaos, confusion. Like,
Chaos
I
is
don't
only
know. I'm just
fair.
here. All right. Are you ready to read Exodus 4? I've got it up. I mean, I've got your share screen up so I can start whenever you're ready.
Go for it. If you want to
All right.
read, you read. Or if you want me to read, just tell me. I'll read.
I will read. I will read this one. And just stop me if you have any thoughts. I will stop if I have any thoughts. And if we don't have any thoughts, we'll just keep reading.
Okay.
So, all right, Exodus chapter 4, King James Version. And Moses answered and said, Behold, they will not believe me, nor hearken unto my voice, for they will say, The Lord hath not appeared unto thee. And the Lord said unto him, What is that in thine hand? And he said, A rod. And he said, Cast it on the ground. And he cast it on the ground, and it became a serpent. And Moses fled from before it. And the Lord said unto Moses, Put forth thine hand, and take it by the tail. And he put forth his hand, and caught it. And it became a rod in his hand. That they may believe that the Lord God of their fathers, the God of Abraham, the God of Isaac, the God of Jacob, hath appeared, and the God of Jacob hath appeared unto thee. And the Lord said furthermore unto him, Put now thine hand into thy bosom. And he put his hand into his bosom. And when he took it out, behold, his hand was leprous as snow.
Where would his bosom be?
Chest.
Just right
Yep.
about here.
Yeah, so he probably told him to stick it under his outer robe or whatever, or his robe, and then when he pulled it out, it was leprous. So, and he said, Put thine hand in thy bosom again, into thy bosom again. And he put his hand into his bosom again, and plucked it out of his bosom, and behold, it was turned again as his other flesh. And it shall come to pass, if they will not believe thee, neither hearken to the voice of the first sign, that they will believe the voice of the latter sign. And it shall come to pass, if they will not believe also these two signs, neither hearken unto my voice, that thou shalt take of the water of the river, and pour it upon the dry land. And the water which thou takest out of the river shall become blood upon the dry land. And Moses said unto the Lord, O Lord, I am not eloquent, neither heretofore,
What?
neither heretofore, nor since thou hast spoken unto thy servant, but I am slow of speech and of a slow tongue.
I can
And the Lord said
totally
unto him,
relate. I can relate.
You can relate? Yeah, I got you. I understand.
What is neither heretofore? What does that mean?
Neither now. I've always heard that. You'll have to Google it. I don't know. I think it means something like now. So like neither now nor since you first brought this up or first started speaking. But you'll have to Google it. I'm not sure.
Okay.
But or I can Google it. Take
Let's
30
see.
seconds. Heretofore. 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 Are you
Here
Googling it?
to 4. Let's see.
I got it. Means until now. I was close. Until now. Until now. So, all right, where are we at?
Until now.
10?
10 was that one, so you're on 11.
Okay. And the Lord said unto him, Who hath made man's mouth? Or who maketh the dumb, or deaf, or the seeing, or the blind? Hath not I, the Lord? Now therefore go, and I will be with thy mouth, and teach thee what thou shalt say. And he said, O my Lord, send, I pray thee, by the hand of him whom thou wilt send, with whom thou wilt send. And he said, O my Lord, send, I pray thee, by the hand of him whom thou wilt send. I'm assuming it's meaning send somebody else. And the anger of the Lord was kindled against Moses, and he said, Is not Aaron the Levite thy brother? I know that he can speak well. And also, behold, he cometh forth to meet thee, and when he seeth thee, he will be glad in his heart. And thou shalt speak unto him, and put words in his mouth, and I will be with thy mouth, and with his mouth, and will teach you what ye shall do. And he shall be thy spokesman unto the people, and he shall be, even he shall be to thee instead of a mouth, and thou shalt be to him instead of God. And thou shalt take this rod in thy hand, wherewith thou shalt do signs. And Moses went and returned to Jethro his father-in-law, and said unto him, Let me go, I pray thee, and return unto my brethren, which are in Egypt, and see whether they be yet alive. And Jethro said to Moses, Go in peace. And the Lord said unto Moses in Midian, Go, return into Egypt, for all the men are dead which sought thy life. And Moses took his wife and his sons, and set them upon an ass, and he returned to the land of Egypt. And Moses took the rod of God in his hand. And the Lord said unto Moses, When thou goest in return into Egypt, see that thou do all those wonders before Pharaoh, which I have put in thine hand. but I will harden his heart, that he shall not let the people go. And thou shalt say unto Pharaoh, Thus saith the Lord, Israel is my son, even my firstborn. And I say unto thee, Pray my son go, that he may serve me. And if thou refuse to let him go, behold, I will slay thy son, even thy firstborn. And it came to pass by the way in the end that the Lord met him and sought to kill him. Then Sephora took a sharp stone and cut off the foreskin of her son and cast it at his feet and said, Surely a bloody husband art thou to me. So, I have to say, I feel like I'm not sure what happened here. Like, that's a very dramatic transition. You kind of wonder what in the world happened.
Yeah, and thou shalt say unto Pharaoh, Thus saith the Lord, Israel is my son, even my firstborn. Let my son go, that he may serve me. So this is God speaking, right?
Yeah.
And if thou refuse to let him go, behold, I will slay thy son, even thy firstborn. So this is God telling Moses what to tell Aaron to tell the Pharaoh.
Yes.
Okay.
Yes.
It came to pass by the way in the inn. What inn?
Apparently just an inn. I don't know. And it came to pass by the way of let's see where it go. By the way in the inn, in the end, that the Lord met him and sought to kill him. So presumably Moses did something to offend God, and Sephora, or it could be, given the context clues, it could be that Moses hadn't circumcised his kids, and so God was threatening to kill him unless he circumcised the kids, and Sephora circumcised their son and cast it at his feet and said, Surely a bloody husband thou art thou to me. So
Oh, okay. So the
it could
foreskin.
be because they weren't
Okay.
circumcised, perhaps.
Oh, yeah. Okay. 26.
Perhaps.
Because of the circumcision.
Okay, so he let him go. Then she said, A bloody husband thou art because of the circumcision.
So
So it
this
sounds like they were
blood.
disagreeing about circumcision.
Yeah, she was upset. She was very upset.
Yeah.
And I like how the Prince of Egypt, the cartoon, kind
Uh
of
huh.
makes her out to be kind of a person that gets upset.
Ill tempered. Yes.
Yeah, ill-tempered.
Yes. Yeah, it does a pretty good job with Sephora. So
Yeah,
she doesn't.
that's the first time I've seen that part.
Yeah. Yeah, they
Usually
don't teach that one in
Sunday school.
yeah, a lot of those superficial classes they have, do they? So there's that. Um shall we continue? Or you got any other thoughts on that point?
No. 27.
All right. So we said, so we're down to 26. So he let him go. Then she said, A bloody husband thou art because of the circumcision. And the Lord said to Aaron, so now we're moving on to another event. And the Lord said to Aaron, Go into the wilderness to meet Moses. And he went and met him in the mount of God and kissed him. And Moses told Aaron all the words of the Lord who had sent him, and all the signs which he had commanded him. And Moses and Aaron went and gathered together all the elders of the children of Israel. And Aaron spake. I lost my place when you moved. All right, here. Sorry. Okay. And Aaron spake all the words which the Lord had spoken unto Moses, and he did the signs in the sight of the people. And the people believed. And when they heard that the Lord had visited the children of Israel, and that he had looked upon their affliction, then they bowed their heads and worshipped.
Amen.
And that is Exodus 4. Any final thoughts on Exodus 4?
Exodus 4. Yeah, if I was in Moses' position, it'd be very difficult for me to do what God's asking him to do.
Mm-hmm.
And my wife has the same feelings as was it Zephoria?
Sephora, yeah.
You know,
Sephora.
Zephora, yeah. She doesn't really. She would be upset about it,
Yeah.
having to cut the foreskin. Yeah, but
Yep.
you can definitely tell by that passage she's not okay with this.
No, no, not at all. That Jewish custom, people still act very upset, as you mentioned with your wife. So
Yeah.
yeah,
And
it's controversial back then. It's controversial now.
yeah,
All that.
sounds like bloody husband thou art. This blood is on your hands.
Yeah, like it's
So
barbaric.
yeah. Well, you want to
Supposedly,
move on
or
to?
presume. Yeah, she felt it was barbaric. So yeah,
Do you have any
moving on to
final
5.
thoughts
Do I have any final thoughts?
on 4?
I'm not sure if I have final thoughts. Let's see. I'm trying to think. No, I think we covered the circumcision thing. I think that's about. I would be curious to know what, because there's no transition. So I'm kind of like, why is there no transition there? But I
It
don't know.
seems like it's jumping like a day or two at a time.
Well, yeah, it's condensing things that happened from point A to point B, from wherever Jethro was at to Egypt, and it's condensing that travel. So I think that's probably why there's no transition. So it just makes me wonder what happened, basically.
Yeah, because I mean, and the Lord said to Aaron, "Go into the wilderness to meet Moses." That had to take him. It takes a few days to get from wherever they were in Egypt, at least.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, yeah. Faux show. So, are we
Oh,
moving on to Exodus 5, or are we
all right, let's
moving
move
on to
on.
the next subject?
Exodus 5. Where's it at? Timestamp. 18 minutes in.
18 minutes in. We can do one more.
All right, let's do
We
chapter
can
5.
do one more. All right, hang on here. Okay, I will start. And afterward, Moses and Aaron went in and told Pharaoh, "Thus saith the Lord God of Israel, let my people go, that they may hold a feast unto me in the wilderness." And Pharaoh said, "Who is the Lord, that I should obey his voice and let Israel go? I know not the Lord, neither will I let Israel go." And they said, "The God of the Hebrews hath met with us. Let us go, we pray thee, 3 days' journey into the desert, and sacrifice unto the Lord our God, lest he fall upon us with pestilence or with the sword." And the king of Egypt said unto them, "Wherefore do ye, Moses and Aaron, let the people from their works? Get you unto your burdens."
Hey,
And
Calix. Thanks for joining us.
Hello, Calix.
He said, "Oh, wow, I did not know it had started." Yeah, he probably just had to hit refresh or something. I don't know.
Yeah. Yeah, what are you gonna do, What are you gonna do?
But welcome
All
in.
right.
Thanks for being
Welcome,
here.
welcome. All right. Let's see.
5.
Okay, yeah, here we go. We're ending 4. Get you unto your burdens. So Moses might not ever be allowed to leave if this doesn't work, potentially. Goodness, that's kind of freaky. That's
Leave
kind of what
Egypt.
pops into my head. Like, get you under your burdens. It's like, oh, plural.
Go back
So
to
he's not
work.
just talking about Aaron, huh?
He's telling him to go back to work at
Yeah, he's
Egypt.
telling him to go back to work. And it's like, well, wait, Moses hasn't been there for like years. Why is he telling Moses? It's like, dude, maybe they like enslaved him too or kept him from leaving. I mean, who knows?
or
That's kind of wild.
or did he tell him, get out of here and go back to your family and back in Midian?
No, this euphemism here, get you under your burdens. That's get back to work.
Right, and he worked as a sheep herder, right?
Yes, but I
Shepherd.
don't think he's talking about being a sheep herder because he's sheep herding in Midian, which is not Egypt.
Right.
So it's like Moses went there, and then the Pharaoh is telling Moses to get back to work, even though Moses don't work for the Pharaoh. It's like, oh wait, did they grab him? Like, did they not let him leave? Is now he like a slave among the Jews or Hebrews?
I don't know.
I don't know either. I'm just saying it's this interesting line that there
Yeah,
should be a
up to this
some
point,
patas plot, huh?
yeah, up to this point, it doesn't look like he's a guest. He just showed up.
Well, I mean, he showed up, but are they gonna let him go? I don't know. I've never heard. That would be a very interesting thing to explore in a film or something. Who knows?
Yeah, and another thing, God said, "Let my son go." When he first talked to Moses in chapter 4.
Mm-hmm.
So why did Moses change it from let my son go to let my people go? Or did
Well,
Aaron change it?
it could be that Aaron changed it, or a different point in the conversation. It might just be summarizing everything Moses said.
Hmm.
Perhaps the sun analogy was used at a different place. You know, we're
Oh,
getting the short. We're getting the what's the word? The basic outline of what happened. So that's probably accounts for a lot of it. So let's see. After getting and Pharaoh said, "Behold, the people of the land now are many, and ye make them rest from their burdens." And Pharaoh commanded the same day the taskmasters of the people and their officers, saying, "Ye shall not no more give the people straw to make bricks, or to make brick as heretofore. Let them go and gather straw for themselves. And the tale of the bricks which they did make heretofore, ye shall lay upon them. Ye shall not diminish aught thereof, for they be idle. Therefore they cry, saying, Let us go and sacrifice to our God. Let their more work be laid upon the men, that they may labor therein, and let them not regard vain words. And the taskmasters of the people went out, and their officers, and they spake to the people, saying, Thus saith Pharaoh, I will not give you straw, for ye get you
sorry.
for ye get you straw where ye can find it, yet not aught of your work shall be diminished.
That's
So the people were scattered abroad throughout all the land of Egypt to gather stubble instead of straw. And the taskmasters hasted them, saying, Fulfill your works, your daily tasks, as when there was straw. And the officers of the children of Israel, which Pharaoh's taskmasters had set over them, were beaten and demanded, Wherefore have ye not fulfilled your task in making brick both yesterday and today, as heretofore? And the officers of the
okay.
children of Israel came and cried unto Pharaoh, saying, Wherefore dealest thou thus with thy servants?
Caleb
And
said,
yes, go on.
Don't you think about laying anything upon to them? If I'll tell you what,
Okay, read that again.
don't you think about laying anything upon to them? I'll tell you what.
Gotcha. I'll tell you what, it's pretty difficult to read some of this sometimes.
Ye
I'm getting,
know about ye it.
yeah, it's getting tongue twistery. I'm like, I'm not even sure what I'm saying sometimes. It's like, oh, wow, okay. Just one word at a time. Here we go. All right. But that's okay. So let's see. We're on 16. There is no straw given unto thy servants, and they say to us, Make brick, and behold, thy servants are beaten. But the fault is in thine own people. But he said, Ye are idle, ye are idle. Therefore ye say, Let us go and do sacrifice to the Lord. Go therefore now and work, for there shall no straw be given you, yet shall ye deliver the tale of bricks. And the officers of the children of Israel did see that they were in evil case after it was said, Ye shall not minish aught from your bricks of your daily task. Ye shall not minish aught from your bricks of your daily task. I think
What's
that just
that
basically
mean?
means you still got to meet your quota. Like, these are different ways of saying meet your
Oh,
quota.
yeah.
And they met Moses and Aaron, who stood in the way as they came forth from Pharaoh. And they said unto them, The Lord look upon you, and judge, because ye have made our savor to be abhorred in the eyes of Pharaoh, and in the eyes of his servants, to put a sword in their hand to slay us.
Wait, right here. Why does it say upon you, and then the very next line, because ye? It doesn't make any sense.
It's it's a different language structure. I don't understand it. I know they both mean you, but they just say it in different ways. I'm not sure why. But yes. So in the eyes of his servants to put a sword in their hand to slay us. And Moses returned unto the Lord and said, Lord, wherefore hast thou so evil entreated this people? Why is it that thou hast sent me? For since I came to Pharaoh to speak in thy name, he hath done evil to this people, neither hast thou delivered thy people at all. And that
God,
is the
why
end
did you
of
tell
chapter
me to
5.
do this?
Yep. That's the basic long and short of it. So that's chapter 5. What do you think, Mr. Trevor? Got any thoughts?
Yeah, we all wonder why God has us do something that seems impossible at the moment. And then later it becomes not impossible because it's God.
Yep. All right.
Have you ever experienced something like that?
What, we're like, God, why are you doing this?
No, like you felt God told you to do something and then you went to do it and it just wasn't working out for you.
Yes, frequently.
And then it worked out in the end.
I got a few cases where the jury is still out. Um, yeah, that's a hard one. I can't think of a time that, like, there's been a lot of times in life where I thought I heard from God and then didn't work out the way I wanted it to, and you kind of wonder why.
Yeah.
Um, jury's still out as to whether, you know, it turned out to be for the best or what have you. Um, yeah. I don't know. That's a good question. I mean, I believe that that can and does happen. That you don't understand what God is doing, and then you keep going, and then it becomes evident at a later point. I certainly think that He does that and has done that, and He probably has done it for me, and I'm just not remembering for whatever reason. But yeah. So what about you, good sir?
I have in my past felt like he was asking me to do something and I got scared and was like, I don't think I can do that. So I ran
I gotcha.
and did my own thing and it wound up biting me in the butt and I'm still paying for that. So
I hear you. Yeah. Never time to do it right, but there's always time to do it over.
yep.
So, on that pleasant note, you ready to move on to Matthew? Because I believe that we've got north of 23.
Yeah, well now we are right at 30. Nice.
So it's time to move on to Matthew next.
Let's move on to Matthew. And it has been a few weeks. So let's see, we were talking about, we did a deep dive on repentance.
Mm.
And we kind of looked up what the meaning of repentance is and talked about that for quite a while on the last stream.
Meaning of repentance. Well, you have to remind me on where that conversation went. Like, what was our repentance? Like, what do you mean? Like, was I ranting about how they say turn from sin, and I'm like the from sin object isn't in that interpretation, and they're wrong about it? Was it like that conversation, or was it
Yeah, it was about like that.
different else?
We looked up the meaning. What is repentance, and then you went on a rant about it.
I do that. I tend to rant.
I like your rants.
Well, I'm glad somebody does. But that does kind of get me on a salvation, once saved, always saved. Yeah, you get me on that topic, I do tend to get riled up. So, but anywho, so let's see, what's
Somebody's shooting a gun.
oh, you are in Oklahoma.
That was close, though. Usually it's not that close.
Huh. Oh, well, you want to hear something? I know you're kind of like we're into the cryptid thing and strange noises.
Oh, I love strange
Dude, I
noises.
heard something the other night, and I don't know what else to describe it. It sounded like a minotaur. I also put like a
Which
cow man thing.
which kind of
Like I gotta
minotaur?
stop going outside at 3 in the morning and walking around. I can hear some weird stuff from time to time.
Well, you are way out there in the woods.
I'm by a freaking national park. I'm pretty sure it's like a Stranger Things scenario going on in there. They got some sort of lab.
Well, it could
I
be
think the
Bigfoot.
Minotaur got loose.
One of their cryptids.
One of their cryptids, like the Ozark Howler. But no, really, I think it's a cow that's a man. That's what it sounded like. It was like imagine a bull, but it had like a weird human, like a bull belly. You're in the country. You've heard a bull.
Yeah.
And go, oh, that whole thing it does.
Uh
You've
huh.
heard that, right?
Yeah.
Okay, well, imagine that noise, but it's like a dude moaning for a very extended period of time, like as long as like a coyote howl, let's say. Well, not no, a wolf howl, not a coyote howl, because coyote's more chirp than howl. So
So it's like huh.
it was weird. I've never heard anything like it. The closest noise I heard was like those YouTube depictions of the Ozark Howler. It was like the closest thing that matched it. But even that wasn't exactly precise. But it was weird. And it was loud where it's like, you hear a lot of noises. You hear coyotes all the time. But I heard that and I'm like, nope, I'm going back in the house. That's what I did. And there I
Okay.
stayed. And
Wow.
it's yeah, it was quite unnerving. If I freaking hear it again, I will try not to run back to the house like a little girl,
It's about like
and
that.
I'll try to record it next time if I ever hear it again. But I've heard two really weird noises. It's like something that kind of sounded like a screech owl Nazgul hybrid, but it was like on the ground. It wasn't a screech owl. That we've got screech owls out there. I know what those sound like. It was not a screech owl, but it sounded a little bit like a screech owl. It was just bigger, louder, and on the ground.
Did it look? Did it make you think of something kind of like that?
No, it made me think of a minotaur, maybe like a cow.
Oh,
I
okay.
mean, it does have horns there. In that picture, like you can't see where I'm pointing. Yeah, some of these have like bull horns, so I guess yeah, something approximating
So
that. Yeah, it reminded me of a dad blame minotaur. It was ridiculous.
that is creepy. I'll have to look into that one.
The Legend of the Ozark Howler. We haven't done a cryptid thing in a while, and our
Yeah.
views can't possibly get any lower, so we may as well look into it now if you want to look into it.
You
And we
mean
can go
our
back to Matthew 9 when
38
we're done.
views?
Yes, yes. Like we are so popular. We are like
What's crazy
we
is it was.
appreciate everybody that watches because we don't know why. Apparently, we really suck at this. So we're very grateful for all the people who can tolerate us.
Well, it's because I was trying to figure out how to run it all from my laptop, which was coffee stained.
Yeah, it's having to work super hard to get those sticky gears worked loose.
Yep. My
Oh well.
enter key is still stuck down. I have to use the one on the far side.
Really?
Yeah,
It's still stuck
it's
down, huh?
still stuck. Like I
Well,
would have to like rip it off there to get it unstuck.
huh?
Yeah.
Well, maybe you should take like an alcohol swab
Yeah, I'll
because
have to,
alcohol will just evaporate into air. You know, it's not going to leave any like sticky residue, and it's not going to glitch like short circuit everything unless it's still plugged into the freaking computer. But like unplug it or
yeah.
just missed it, and that alcohol might do some good. I don't know. I'm just guessing. I just know that like with like sticky, oily substances, you could. I think you can use alcohol, but Granny and Poppy always use like gasoline.
Yeah, I did use not alcohol but the dadgummit. I guess it would be alcohol.
Uh huh.
What's the other word for alcohol?
Oh, I don't remember. It's ether or something. I don't remember. I don't recall.
Oh well.
But
I grabbed what I had.
yeah, gotcha.
But
Well, if
yeah.
you're, I mean, you've already got it pulled up. So if you're wanting to do some research real quick on this Ozark Howler, like maybe you can play the audio noise, and I can tell you whether or not it fit.
Oh, that's just a picture. I just
Well,
was looking for what it looks like.
okay. Well, I mean, I'm saying go on YouTube and see if you can't find what the Ozark Howler sounds like.
Ozark Howler cryptid
It's not going to sound. I've already done this, but I mean, it's not going to sound anything the
sound.
same. But it might. It might. You never know. Actually,
I
while you're
don't
doing
want
that, when I was, huh?
descriptions. I don't want descriptions. I want an actual sound.
Yeah, like recordings. Those are fun.
Alright, let's see.
You know what we need? You know what would help with the pacing of the podcast? I was watching what's a channel called The Layman's Seminary, and he has this like this chill music in the background. Oh,
Oh yeah, I actually have chill music. I sent you that my playlist, but
oh, did you? Well, I don't have any control of the computer right now, so I don't know if I can grab it. I don't see any links coming through. What is that?
that's pause.
That is a copyright strike waiting to happen.
Okay,
All right, whenever you're ready.
this is what pulled up.
That's like a teddy bear with horns.
Yeah.
Is this what it sounds like?
Where's it playing?
Yeah, no, that's like 6 people. What is that? Oh, that's ridiculous. What?
That didn't even sound close.
No, it's not even close. What is that stupid? It's like it's like somebody just like layered a bunch of freaking noises on top of each other. It's like, no, sir, that ain't right. That ain't right.
Let's see if I can find a better one.
All right.
That was just the first one that popped up.
Yeah, no, keep going. I'm sure this will be a completely productive use of time.
Actually, this is what I do in some of my time sometimes is
Oh yeah?
looking up cryptids. It's like,
Have
what
you heard
kind of
strange noises in Oklahoma forests?
no, I have not been out in Oklahoma forests. I would like to. Maybe one day go on a Bigfoot hunting where we're actually hunting a Bigfoot.
I told you that story right way back when we started this podcast where I did go Bigfoot hunting with a couple guys, and we wound up shivering on a rock by the lake like those guys from Without a Paddle.
Oh yeah.
Oh gosh, it was quite humiliating. There's nothing. A camping trip has gone well when you're huddling with other men.
Oh yeah, I remember that story now.
Here at Seven Brew, we don't sell coffee.
I don't want 7 brew coffee.
Yes, that sounds exactly like what I heard. It was a loud moaning howl promising a cell phone for $9.99.
Let's see. See if this one works. Boom, 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 boom. Skip the ad. Can you see this?
Yeah.
This is from DMAX UK. Terrify and audio recordings.
Destination. Yeah, this is that Destination show from years back.
One more time. Listen.
I mean, that's freaky.
It is freaky.
What is it?
That's a great question.
That's a paranormal thing.
Yeah, no, that ain't it.
That ain't it. Get out of here with it. Oh no. Dadgummit.
What happened?
I hit X instead of the back button.
Oh no! This is super entertaining.
I'm not finding anything on the sound of the howler.
Do recordings of the Ozark Howler, type that in, or just recordings of scary creatures in the woods. I mean, good night.
Cryptozoology.
People
There's like
say
a million countdowns.
I think this is just a dude talking.
Howler. I'm Mr. Creepypasta, and
Oh, it's
Mr.
Mr.
Creepypasta.
Creepypasta. He's actually pretty good.
Is he?
I like some of his stuff.
Well, maybe you should put what you're searching for up for the folks at home. Here we go. We got a panther. This is Mr. Creepypasta, huh?
Kalex said a manly minotaur.
A manly minotaur. That is a perfect description. It was the
1800s in
moans
the
of a
Ozark-
manly minotaur.
Arkansas, where settlers and hunters reported hearing something strange deep in the forests at night. Most people never see it clearly. They hear it first. A sound unlike
They heard
anything
it
familiar,
first.
low, distant at first, almost like the howl of a wolf. But then it changes, rising higher, sharper, turning into something witnesses compare to a scream, an elk call, or even a woman crying in the woods.
So
Others say it sounds
It's a
almost
panther. If you hear a woman screaming in the woods, that's a cougar.
Cougar, yeah.
You're going to get ate. That's not okay. So go on.
I've actually heard a cougar at grandma's.
Yeah, they sound like women.
Yeah, a screaming woman. It's
Yeah.
terrifying. I ran for my life. I didn't see it, but I knew what it was.
Yeah, I think I remember you telling us that story.
Yeah.
Were we kids when that happened?
No, I was all by myself.
Yeah.
It was right after I graduated, so I was 17, and it was before I left for boot camp. And I was just visiting grandma for a week all by myself, and I just out walking, and I heard it. I heard the lady scream, and it wasn't in the dark. It was just middle of the day. Well, like we had done 1,000 times, and I heard it, and I ran because I knew what it was.
Yeah.
So,
Goodness.
Let's see if we hear this.
Mechanical, wrong in a way that's difficult to describe, and according to many reports, the woods become completely silent before it begins. No insects, no birds, no movement at all.
Was it silent when you heard it? Like
No.
no insects, no birds.
No, it started, and then it got all the coyotes upset, and then they started going, and then this thing kept going, and then they started going. Yeah, it woke everybody up, huh?
So it's a back and forth between the coyotes and the howler.
Yeah, and whatever it was. I don't know if it was a howler.
And then
The manly minotaur, as Calyx has said.
The manly minotaur.
the howl starts.
Yeah.
Those who claim to have seen the creature describe something massive, usually larger than a wolf, with a broad, muscular body covered in dark fur, glowing eyes that reflect in the dark, and oversized teeth visible even from a distance. Some reports mention horns or pointed ears. Others describe front legs that appear too long, giving the creature an uneven, unnatural posture. Sightings usually happen in remote mountain areas, near ridge lines, old logging trails, or deep forests far from roads. Hunters have reported hearing the howl nearby, only for it to suddenly sound miles away moments later, as if whatever made it moved through the mountains far faster than it should. In some stories, people claim
Wow.
You're not gonna claim. It's not gonna record any of this. Never mind.
Yeah. And I found out today, actually, that creepy sound that you hear on all the creepy,
the creature watches from the tree line.
that noise in the
That
background
whine that they're always putting on
that
there.
they're always playing on all the videos.
Mm-hmm.
That's through the same, you use, what's that website you use for pictures that you get?
Adobe.
Not
You got Adobe Stock.
the
You got
other one.
Audio Blocks.
Audio Blocks.
It's an Audio Blocks noise.
It's something like that. And
Yeah, it's royalty-free music.
yeah, and that's where they get it. They pay a $5 subscription to that and just play the creepy sounds. That's why you hear it on. So it's not a copyright.
I like Audio Blocks because they'll fight the copyright bots for you. That's nice.
That does sound nice.
Yeah, they're great. They're story blocks now. Now they're called story blocks. But anyway.
Story blocks.
Anywho, are we gonna keep going, or
Standing
is it got a
completely
recording
still.
at all, or is it just a about thing?
I think he's just talking.
Mm.
Yeah, it's just him talking.
All right,
so
wait. Here we go. Maybe.
Go back.
Yeah, try that. See if there's a noise there.
Howl, and the same feeling
No.
that something deep in those
So
mountains
irritating.
knows
Wait,
exactly
they call it
where
the
you are.
Ozark Howler,
If you've
and
heard
yet they
stories
don't
like
have
this
any
before, follow
howls
along.
for the Howler.
Well, they might. I just haven't found it yet.
Ah. Could be that the algorithm sucks because it's a government project. They don't want you to know.
Yeah, maybe it's an escaped cryptid.
Yeah, it's an escape cryptid. Right.
Let's see. Let's just search here on straight up YouTube. O Z, not A. Ozark
Howler.
Howler.
It says sound.
Actual-
Try sound.
Oh,
Yeah.
sound. See if anybody got a recording of it. Ooh, there's shorts of it.
Let's try it.
Ooh.
Why not? Let's do it. Let's do it.
Here's one.
Oh, that's AI.
Yeah, most of these are AI, it looks like.
Looks like a wimpy veer. Oh, come on.
Was that
I'm
it?
pretty sure I heard that exact same roar in that live action Jungle Book movie from the 90s. I'm pretty sure that's Shere Khan.
Shere Khan.
Yeah.
Yeah, no,
That's
you
Mowgli
said that.
staring down Shere Khan. That ain't even a thing.
Let's see. That's definitely AI. Do you want to do an AI one?
I don't care. Why not? Why not? Let's just go down the rabbit hole. We're not going to get any noises for the Howler, apparently. Is that Bagheera?
Looks like it.
I'm calling it Bagheera.
Wow, it didn't even play a sound, it just did music. Boring. What does it
All right, so
sound
what's this?
like?
What really is the Ozark Howler? That might be
This
interesting.
one?
Yeah, let's see what that is.
Let's see what this guy has to say.
Do you happen to know what the Ozark Howler is? It's a mythical creature, and it's basically like up in the Ozark Mountains. People will hear this wild combination of a hyena and a wolf howl at night.
In the Ozarks lived the most endangered wolf in the world, the American red wolf. The exact same time period as the Ozark Howler popped up, guess what else happened in North America? Prohibition is taking place. There's these wolves that are being hunted towards extinction. What happens when there's less and less wolves? What do they do to find each other?
They howl.
They howl. They locate, right?
Yeah.
They howl to look for each other. Prohibitionists started this rumor of an Ozark Howler to keep people out of the deep woods where they were moonshining. And they would then elaborate these howls and things. It was grounded in reality of these red wolves howling, trying to locate each other. Red wolves got shut out. Moonshiners were like, well, we got to keep the feds out of the woods and start clanging pots together and howling and everything else. And a few sightings probably did happen of a red wolf or a mangy coyote or whatever. And so the whole thing just snowballed and perpetuated.
That's interesting. We do have a coy wolf. I don't know if it's a red wolf. We do have coy wolves. Type in the sound of a coy wolf. It's a coyote wolf hybrid, which implies that there's freaking wolves out there in Flag Springs somewhere. We don't talk about that, but I've heard coy wolves multiple times out there.
Let's see what it pulls up. This thing? It looks
That's
like
a
a coyote.
That's a coyote. No, we don't. Yeah, coy wolf hybrid.
That looks just like another coyote.
That doesn't look like it's gonna make noise. Why is it not like noise, sound, howl? There we go. Try that.
This one?
Yeah, coy wolf howl. It's like a higher pitched wolf howl.
It's just a wolf.
Yeah, it's pretty close. It's about right.
Is that what it sounded like to you?
For the coy wolf, yeah, pretty close. I mean, yeah, I think so. That sounds about right. So I'm gonna say that's right. Maybe it was a red wolf, but it's probably a coy wolf. That sounds pretty close. So anyway, so they definitely have coy wolves out there. I'm very confident of that.
So
Jess had some really good audio. I might see if I can get it from her. But no, that sounds nothing like the manly minotaur thing.
Let's see. An eyewitness sees and hears. That's Travel Channel. We'll definitely get copyrighted for that one.
Well, they definitely won't play the actual noise either. Because, you know, they're a reliable, authoritative source. Not subject to hype at all. Let's see. What you got? The Sound Hides Secrets. Ozark Acoustics.
A creature with horns and glowing eyes sounds wild. But the part that flips me is how one sound turns the whole Ozark Howler legend on its head. People swear they've heard a scream that doesn't match any animal,
Since
but
we talked
recordings keep
about it,
pointing to the same
let's see
culprit
if she
hiding in plain
plays.
earshot. It's a cougar's contact call, stretched by echo off the Ozark Hills, which means the land itself bends the sound until it feels supernatural. But that warped echo pulls hikers
that's
toward the
goofy.
myth, so they overlook the real story humming through the forest. And that's why the strangest thing about the howler isn't the creature, but the landscape that makes a big cat sound like a monster. So if you
Oh,
want more
shush.
wild truths hiding inside simple sounds,
That's
stick
not a
around
truth
for the
at
next
all.
one.
Don't these people drive you absolutely nuts? Like, yeah, them stupid rednecks. They don't understand limestone and echoing. Bunch of freaking morons. Didn't you know it was a cougar? Dummy. Oh my gosh. Yeah, you can tell that charming individual's from the city.
Yeah.
It's like everybody's dumber than me because I know how to turn on a
The
light
Ozark
bulb.
Mountains span Missouri.
You know how to turn a light bulb?
I know how to turn on a light bulb. That means Edison was an idiot. Freaking idiot.
Edison.
I could have made I would have made a light bulb in like 5 minutes, you know. I can turn one on. Obviously, that's the same thing as making it.
Edison did not make the light bulb.
Yes, all his factory workers did, but the point remains.
Well, and before that, what's his name?
I'm
Dadgummit.
joking, by the way. That's a joke. Don't get mad.
What's
if
his
anybody
name?
even knows what I'm talking about. But anyway,
The really smart guy that Edison stole. His
Tesla?
Tesla came up with the light bulb.
I don't know if we did that, but I don't know. I'm not sure what that Tesla Edison controversy is. I just know the Bob's Burgers episode. It makes me very happy. It's hilarious.
Bob's Burgers. I never
Topsy.
I never
Topsy.
got to watch Bob's Burgers.
It's like me and my wife's favorite show. Like, we don't agree on much, but we agree on Bob's Burgers.
Bob the Burger, can we cook it? I just ruined that for a whole lot of people, right?
It was unfortunate. Show had some momentum, and then you sang, and it was over.
I'd call that winning in my book.
You call that winning? Okay. Play the Ozark Howler video.
Arkansas, Oklahoma, and a very small portion of Kansas. Locals often warn of a creature known as the Ozark Howler lurking amongst the woods once night falls. The Howler is often described as resembling a cross between Sasquatch and Dogman. A biologist staying in a cabin encountered the creature and said it stood at about 9 feet tall with an upright stature and the head of a monster resembling a werewolf, but far worse than that.
Caleb said, I like to see what these guys are up to. 10 out of 10. Kalex.
Thank you, sir. Thank you, sir.
Is that you quoting yourself, Kalex? I don't know. He's got quotations around it. So I'm not sure if he's like quoting himself or.
I don't know. I don't know.
Uh,
Okay, so this mad scientist says the Howler is a hybrid between Sasquatch and Wolfman.
That's a picture of Sasquatch right there.
I don't know. I don't know about that.
He said the creature let out a sound
now
identical to the female elk calls he had heard.
That's some wonderful Photoshop. Somebody took time to make that a reality.
That reminds me of the lion guy from The Wizard of Oz. Just a little more creepy.
Let me out him. Let me out. Yeah, that guy. All right. Got you.
Kelly said, I'll promote your... Dang it. I pulled up chat and got it working, and I'm having a hard time reading
Failure.
it.
We need that Smash Brothers ending where it's like failure, and then you got the crowd going,
Failure.
oh.
Kelly said, I'll promote your shows. LOL. If I can say that R.
Thank you, sir. I appreciate it.
I'm confused because he said shows SHOS.
That's fine. It's just misspelling shows.
You forgot a W. That's fine. Thank you.
Thank you, sir. Thank you, sir.
You can show it up. For show. All on the show while we're showing. Sorry. How many times can I ruin the stream?
What are you doing? Why is there another window? What's happening to my share screen? I was admiring the artistic grandeur of that Photoshop monkey thing.
I moved the chat where I could read it better, and now it's got my OBS completely messed up, and it won't go back where it was.
Oh, no. Trevor, what are you doing?
I am being amateur. Leave me alone. Stop trying. It's trying to put it above my screen. And so it's making the podcast.
Is the AI helping you? Is the wonderful auto-click function that's going to take over the world and kill us all, is it helping you?
Yeah, well, I said
Can't even stick the freaking chat in the right box, but it's gonna, discover sentience any day now.
Well, it's getting back at me because I said skip the update because I didn't want to redo all our windows.
Oh, that's right. Them the petty companies. It's like, hey, you want the update? No, you're gonna crash my computer, and then they like glitch out the system.
Yeah.
It's like you do that out of spite. It's like a mafia guy. It's like, hey, do you want insurance? Do you want fire insurance? No, I'm good. Are you sure? I really think you should get fire insurance. No, I don't want fire insurance. Why did my restaurant burn down? Maybe you should have got the insurance.
Or the insect people that walk up to your house they don't walk up. In our neighborhood, the insect people they roll on those nice little scooters from door to door. And
they have like fire ants in their pockets and go, hey, do you want to exterminate fire ants? And you go, no, and then they dump fire ants on your lawn?
No.
Dale from King of the Hill?
No, they go door to door, and so all of our neighbors around us have bought into it. And I'm like, well, we can't afford it. So now all their insects run away from their houses. And guess where they go?
Oh, so you're being invaded.
Yeah.
It's like Rise of the Valkyrie, only with ants.
Yeah. Gillick said, but for real, I'm trying to make a self-published magazine about weed called Zine Terps. You should get on here and we'll do an interview about it.
There you go.
If you want to.
There you go. Yeah. There you go.
Actually, the last person that I asked about interviewing, I think I scared them off.
Who was that?
This is the last guy that was in our chat for a long time.
I don't remember.
He's in... I don't want to pull up my... You know what? Hold on. Feed the people. Wow, look this up. Let's look up another sound.
What? I'm supposed to entertain somebody now?
Hold on.
Hey, look, it's Bagheera again. Bagheera with ram horns. We'll talk about that. Let's see.
Well, that's all AI.
I cannot believe, we seriously need to try to find at least some recording. I want to react to audio recordings. Yeah. I sat here and I teed it up and I did the good host thing. And then we couldn't even get freaking sound effects for the freaking Ozark Howler. It's ridiculous. It's disappointing. What a clown show. YouTube is a clown show. The AI is a clown show. You can't find anything anymore. Didn't we listen to this one already?
I think so.
Yeah, it's like a bunch of noises just looped on top of each other. I work in audio. I know what you're doing, scammer.
Well, it's just the AI creating all these different channels with the same sounds and same audio videos over and over.
Here, go down one. Sorry, let me interrupt you. Is it just going to show the exhibit? Let's see if it's actually got anything on there. Where is that?
I don't know.
Go ahead and play on it.
Honesty is
where's the map? Where is this exhibit? Because we could go to that, Trevor. We could do a live stream in front of the Ozark Howler.
You're looking at the Ozark Howler, a large horned feline native to the highlands of Arkansas and Missouri. Despite the myths, it's a real animal. Our pair here were rescued as cubs and raised in human care. Listen for that deep...
Was that it?
Bull. No.
Whoa, living dragon. Sorry, I watch some of the creepiest stuff sometimes.
That's not a dragon, that's a snake. AI.
Ooh.
All right.
Here's somebody's ring camera.
Let's do that.
Oh, no. This is from Devin Dick in 2012.
We're listening. Where is it? I didn't hear the howl, dude.
I can just barely hear it through mine.
You're really quiet, huh?
Yeah, it's super quiet. It sounds like a whisper almost. You want me to retry?
Yeah, that was a little low.
I've got it all the way up.
But Devin Dick, you have my sympathies
The
because I
Ozark
recorded
Mountains
UFO
hold
footage and
many
nobody gave a crap.
mysteries. Missing
It's
person.
wonderful. It's wonderful when you hear something weird and then everybody's like, "Yeah." Oh well, it's not that I'm bitter. I'm not bitter. I'm not bitter.
Oh, that last guy was bad intro, by the way.
Oh, I was wondering. You scared him off. I was wondering what happened to him. You scared him off. That's what it is. I'm gonna blame you. Okay.
Well, we were talking on Discord, and I just asked him. I was like, "Hey, would you be interested in a interview?"
And he was like, "Absolutely not."
Well, he sounded interested at first, and then he didn't want to. I was like, "Okay."
Ah.
I don't know.
Well, I think he mostly enjoyed mocking me for my giant cigars.
That or he still jumps in from time to time, and I was like, I'm tired of messing with Gary.
Cigar. Well, maybe it was my fault because I did switch to a pipe at least a little recently, and maybe that removed some of his material. I don't know.
Kalix said, self-proclaimed audio engineer.
Self-proclaimed audio engineer.
Are you talking about...
I get paid for it.
Oh.
I get paid for it. Huh?
You get paid
I don't think I'm self-proclaimed. I get a paycheck for my audio work. I make money off of that.
Well, you're better at it than I am. I'm still learning.
I am a professional. I make money from editing video and audio. That is my daytime job if I were to have one. That and my reviews. I'm very happy people like listening to my reading my reviews. That makes me happy. I'll ride that for as long as the good Lord allows me to ride it. So I very much enjoy doing that. Speaking of that, I'm still doing my review series on Force Awakens. It's terrible.
He responded with a laughing emoji.
Oh, self-proclaimed. How dare you? All right. Do we have anything else? Has it been 30 minutes? Have we killed 30 minutes looking for innocuous howling noises?
We definitely killed probably more than 30 minutes.
Well, have we accomplished anything? We've gotten like 3 howls. All right, let's do one more. Let's try to look for one more actual noise. And then maybe we can make a decision from there. We'll move on and we'll read Matthew like we were supposed to. But apparently we can't stay focused on our show tonight.
What is focus?
That's a good question.
In the remote areas of Arkansas, Missouri, Oklahoma, and Texas, there is a creature that has been terrorizing the region for ages. For generations, this creature has been seen as a death omen by locals, and even the...
Yeah, he's just gonna talk. Let's just see.
Van Buren in the bottom.
Yeah. He's showing some of the same pictures. He's showing some of the same pictures that one girl did.
That looks like a possum with antlers.
It's cute. Leave it alone.
It's got mange.
It says sound effects, so we'll go with this one.
Don't do sound effects. That's fake. Go to the one below it. Oh. Fine, we'll listen to sound effects.
It's
going to be ChatGPT going a booga booga.
You say what's the one below it?
Yeah, like Ozark Howler audio collected near Ridgedale, Missouri. Try that one.
Looks real.
Maybe. That is not a howler. What is that?
That's the person trying to get them to start.
Dude, you can tell that's in a room. Wait, no, I'm wrong. There's a little bird in the background. Faint wind.
That was a person recording, trying to get a response.
Yeah, that was full of crap. Maybe the bird was like right out the window or something, but that sounded like that was in a room. I'm gonna say that's a room.
Well, she was standing like on a balcony or something. Kirk said, "What the WTF?" We're trying to find the Ozark Howler sound, and
It was an artistic rendering, Calyx.
We're not having good luck.
It was
with
using their imagination.
He said, "Hey, this isn't what I signed up for."
We should get back to Bible reading like adults.
Do you want us to get back to Bible readings, or do you want us to keep looking for?
No, we said one more.
Oh,
we
that's right.
found somebody trying to sound like Bambi. We need to move on.
Okay.
That was a disappointing, lackluster end, but it was fantastic. The person's got a career in voice acting, I'm sure.
Sorry, Kalex. We're sorry. We'll move
All right, where
on.
are we at?
We'll move on to our dad jokes in the Bible.
Yes. All right. So we're on Matthew 9. We just finished having a conversation about repentance. I probably went on an once saved, always saved rant because that's typically what I do.
Yeah. You started to go on the rant about once saved, always saved, and you actually caught yourself. But then you ranted about something else.
So I didn't go on a diatribe. What a shock. Okay.
No, you did go on a diatribe, but it wasn't about...
It wasn't my usual diatribe.
It was you were trying to stick with repentance.
Okay, I was trying to stay focused. All right, good for me. Good for past me. We're growing.
All
right, well, what's below your color bar is in the way. Didn't you say we were on 14, or am I wrong about that?
Yes, we're on 14.
14, okay.
Is Matthew 9:14 Bible reading.
All right, let's see here.
Caleb said, "LOL, I hate when people say that."
Say what?
I'm not sure.
I don't know.
I just read it and saw it. Maybe this isn't what I signed up for, because that's what he said previously.
There you go. Well, while he's responding, I'll start.
Well, I'll respond with, it's not what you signed up for. You just hit the subscribe button.
Semantics, sir. All right, Matthew 9:14. Then came to him the disciples of John, saying, "Why do we and the Pharisees fast oft, but thy disciples fast not?" And Jesus said unto them, "Can the children of the bride chamber mourn, as long as the bridegroom is with them? But the days will come when the bridegroom shall be taken from them, and then they shall fast. No man putteth a piece of new cloth unto an old garment. For that which is put in to fill it up taketh from the garment, and the rent is made worse." So, new cloth, old garment. Yeah, so basically the garment tears, I believe. So neither do men put new wine into old bottles, else the bottles break, and the wine runneth out, and the bottles perish.
Some of the other ones, and I only say this because a lot of people talk about wineskin. It says instead of bottles, it says wineskin.
Mm-hmm.
So, I don't know if that has anything to do with it.
I'm not sure, but I think either way the principle's the same.
Yeah.
You know, like when you're canning, you don't want to use old jars because they'll shatter when you try to close them up and pressurize them.
Repressurize them.
Repressurize them, yeah. That doesn't tend to work multiple times.
Try.
You can get away with it once or twice, but not more than that.
I'm going to try it now.
And you're going to be cleaning up a mess. Have fun with that.
Yeah, but we'd have a good YouTube video.
Yes, it would be a video of you cleaning up pickles and glass. So, good times. So, okay. Neither do men put new wine into old bottles, else the bottles break, and the wine runneth out, and the bottles perish. But they put new wine into new bottles, and both are preserved. While he spake these things unto them, behold, there came a certain ruler and worshipped him, saying, "My daughter is even now dead, but come and lay thy hand upon her, and she shall live." Now, before we get to that, what's your opinion on fasting?
Oh, I gave my opinion on fasting last stream, but I'll do it again if you want.
So we did talk about that verse last
Yeah,
time.
we talked about it, and I talked about my 3 and 4, was it 3 days? 3 or 4 day fast about the burger. And then the last day I made the burger, and God showed me I need to humble myself.
Oh, yes, I remember that. Yes, you're right. So we are starting a little further back then. We'll move on.
My bad.
No, you're good. All right, so the story, we're moving on to the girl being raised from the dead, I believe. So the daughter being raised from the dead. So, okay. Saying, my daughter's even not dead, we shall live. And Jesus arose and followed him, and so did his disciples. And behold, a woman which was diseased with an issue of blood 12 years came behind him and touched the hem of his garment. For she said within herself, if I may but touch his garment, I shall be whole. But Jesus turned him about, and when he saw her, he said, Daughter, be of good comfort. Thy faith have made thee whole. And the woman was made whole from that hour. And when Jesus, okay, so this is one of the reasons why I think God can, I've said whenever talking about the prophecy stuff and the word of faith type of thing, the slain in the spirit and all that, this is why I say God can use faith for anything. Like, this story would be an example of that. It's not that there was actually like some sort of causal power within the garment to heal the woman. God honors faith. And that seems to be a precedent in the Bible. And so I think even in some of these churches where they might not have great doctrine in terms of what does or doesn't constitute a miracle, I think God can work within that framework just because they believe, just because they have faith. Does that make sense?
Oh, yeah, I believe the same thing.
Yeah, so I would use this story to say, okay, that's why.
Yeah. Caleb
All
said,
right.
Try going gambling while fasting. There's a funny bit right there.
That is true.
What are we gambling? Like, are we doing 21 blackjack? Or are we
I don't know, but I could see you spiraling into a depression because now you're hungry and poor. Congratulations, you've lost all your money, so now you can't break your fast because you're broke. So, congratulations for the double suck on that.
Well, I mean, technically, no. I have went gambling, but I usually take like $20, and once I run out of $20, I'm done. Like, I'll just
that's a good strategy, I guess.
I'll throw it at a slot machine. I rarely do cards. I usually just throw it at a slot machine, and if I win anything, I'll order a drink or something, keep playing. It's just like playing a video game to me. Same thing.
Yeah, but you always end up losing the $20, don't you? Eventually.
No, I come out on top quite a few times doing it that way.
Oh, have you?
Yeah.
Have you come out on top enough to counterbalance all the times you didn't come out on top? Have you made a net profit?
Yes, there was one
time. Have you?
There was one time, the best time I did, I took $20 and I walked away with 300. That was my best time.
And that's offset all the other times you've lost money, or you've lost your $20.
I mean, over the 30 years that I've been alive, I haven't really kept track of how many times I've went.
I would argue that if you kept track,
but if I actually kept track,
you would have lost the $20 more than you won the 300.
Yes, guaranteed.
Yeah, but that's how they get you.
Most of the time, I'll get it up to 50, 60, and an hour in, and I'll cash out and leave. That's what I usually do.
See, I bet that's a trick. I bet you've got to cash out before they flip the switch back there in the panel in the control room you're not supposed to see, and then just make you lose everything.
Yeah,
it's all a conspiracy. I swear it's a conspiracy.
It is very addicting because there was a lady I worked with. Her husband also worked, and he made plenty of money to cover all their bills and stuff. So this lady would take, like, she would make a $2,000 check. She would take the whole thing. I know this because I went with her a couple times to the casino. And we would sit down, and I'd be throwing, quarters per bet. And I look over, and she's doing $10 bets. Just bam, bam, bam.
Oh.
And I'm like, bam, with my quarter. And
Yeah.
I have seen her just blow that $2,000 right after work within an hour. And I'm like, I could never. And so it just, I don't know. It's definitely a problem for a lot of people. But for me, I say, okay, I'm going to take 20. If I run out of 20, I'm done. So if I'm there 5 minutes, 10 minutes, an hour, and then my time limit is an hour. That's what I tell myself before I go. And it's just how I've always kind of done it. But don't get me wrong, I've lost what I've won before. And I've won before. It's just like I said, playing a video game. You spend $60 on a game. You lost that $60 for entertainment.
Mm-hmm.
It's just entertainment. But they put smell good fragrances, in the casinos to get you high. Basically, my opinion.
I had to do a few when I was working in radio. I had to do a few live, like, because they would do like the radio show, what they called remotes, and they would go to some casino or some car dealership, and they would do a live show there. We used to hook all that up. The darkest experience I ever had with it was when actually had nothing to do with radio. It was
hold on.
I was doing a theater production.
I think I lost connection. Hold
You
on.
lost connection.
We're frozen on the live stream.
What?
Just a second.
Okay.
Come on. You
More
can
frozen. I want to
do
get something to drink.
this. Yeah, my laptop is about had it. All right, finish telling your story, and we're gonna have to end it after we finish this chapter.
Why is that? Are we frozen? Still?
My laptop is like, I'm done. It's glitching really bad.
No, I was just saying the desperation was palpable at the Tulsa Hard Rock Hotel. In that casino down there at the bottom. Like, that was like one of the most depressing places. I was doing a theater rehearsal up there. So we had to walk through the gambling section of the Hard Rock. That was dark, dude. That was like, you could feel the demons.
Yep.
There were people calling for, like, to get out of a debt, calling for money. You had people, like, doing this whole number with their heads, because they were, like, losing money in real time, but they kept playing. You're like, holy crap, these people's lives are getting ruined.
Yep, it's an addiction. It's a real addiction. Yep.
Yeah.
Yep.
Okay, so that was my story. So are we done?
Let's finish this chapter and then we'll be done.
Okay, we'll finish the chapter and then we're gonna wrap it up, I guess. I'll talk about I swallowed smoke. No, I'll talk about the Candace Owens thing next week then.
Okay.
All right. So I will finish this chapter. Try to do it quickly. Where are we at? And behold, a woman which was dressed. Okay, we did that. And when Jesus came into the ruler's house and saw the minstrels and the people making a noise, he said unto them, Give place, for the maid is not dead, but sleepeth. And they laughed him to scorn. But when the people were put forth, he went in and took her by the hand, and the maid arose. And the fame hereof went abroad into all that land. And when Jesus departed thence, 2 blind men followed him, crying and saying, Thou son of David, have mercy on us. And when he was come into the house, the blind man came to him, and Jesus saith unto him, Believe ye that I am able to do this? And they said unto him, Yea, Lord. Then touched he their eyes, saying, According to your faith be it unto you. And their eyes were opened, and Jesus straitly charged them, saying, See that no man know it. But they, when they were departed, spread abroad his fame in all that country. As they went out, behold, they brought unto him a dumb man possessed with a devil. And when the devil was cast out, the dumb spake, and the multitude marveled, saying, It was never so seen in Israel. But the Pharisees said, He casteth out devils through the prince of devils. And Jesus went about all the cities and villages, teaching in their synagogues, and preaching the gospel of the kingdom, and healing every sickness and every disease among the people. But when he saw the multitudes, he was moved with compassion on them, because they fainted, and they were scattered abroad, as sheep having no shepherd. He then saith he unto his disciples, The harvest truly is plenteous, but the laborers are few. Pray ye therefore the Lord of the harvest, then he will send forth laborers into his harvest.
Hold on.
That is Matthew 9, correct?
Yep. It leveled back out.
Oh.
We're not glitching. Doesn't look like as bad anymore. Yeah, no, there for a second it glitched out horribly. I think it didn't.
The Almighty saying we need to focus.
That or the online didn't like us talking about Jesus. Because it
is ran by Satan.
It was as soon as we started talking about Jesus, it started glitching. That's crazy. Dang CIA.
I know, right? Never ends. Okay, so you want to move on to the next chapter, or would you like to go on to the next subject, or would you like to end the live stream for the evening? Your call, depending on how much you think your computer can take.
Oh. What was our next subject? Oh, we were going to do... You want to do your audiobook thing?
Oh, we'll plug that really quick, then wrap it up for the night?
Yeah.
Okay, sure. All right, so back in 2018, I had a friend of mine who volunteered to read one of my earlier novels. And my wife volunteered to read it as well. And they did a very good job. But I guess you could say I was a self-proclaimed audio technician back in 2018 because I couldn't figure out how to get the thing onto ACX. Well, I finally figured out how to get it onto ACX, and so The Willow and the Thorns, the first novel I ever self-published, is now on Audible, and it's read by Mitchell Hand, a good friend of mine, and my wife. So,
for those of us who don't know, what is ACX?
ACX is basically the background program for Audible, and it has very strict parameters. So,
okay.
Yes, so I was stumped by those said parameters for a very long time. So I was finally able to get it up onto Audible, and I'm not going to brag about my writing back in 2018, but Mitchell Hand and my wife did a wonderful job, so you should buy it. And there's my plug.
Buy it. For $19.99.
And if you want to play it for I don't know, Audible might jump down our throat for it. It is non-exclusive though, so I don't think they would.
Well, it's so glitchy, we'll test it out.
Well, let's not test it out. I don't want you to
and
die
the crunching
midstream
stopped.
then.
Their breathing slowed, and yet their hearts began to pound all the more.
Yeah, we're still leveled out.
Step by step, the shadow, the silhouette, faced them. At that moment, the silence that had haunted them was broken by a low thunder that echoed throughout the valley, reverberating off the jagged and twisting peaks. Both hunters
Don't you like
and
that Mitchell
hunted
Hand's voice?
turned
It's
their
like
heads toward...
butter.
Yeah, it's definitely calming.
Yeah, he's got a calming voice, man. I remember talking to him, listening to him talk and stuff, because he did theater with me. I was like, you need to do audio work, man. Your voice is like smooth and buttery. But anyway, that's not weird at all. It wasn't a weird conversation. Shut up. So,
I kind
all
of
right.
wish Markiplier would do audible readings.
I think he'd be very good at it. But he's a millionaire. He doesn't need to do audible readings.
He's a millionaire? What?
He's a cajillionaire. Yeah, what? Okay, well, there's the plug. Is there anything else you want to talk about?
Not unless you want to.
I'm scared of your internet, but I do want to get through the Candace Owens. The thing is...
All right, here, let's go into it, and if it glitches out real bad, I'll let you know, and we'll try again next week.
All right, fair enough.
Okay. Oh, you can't see. Can you see that?
Yeah, I can see it.
Okay. Do you want me to fix that? Should I fix that?
I'm sorry?
Should I fix the window?
I can see it. If they can see it, I'm sure it's fine.
Okay. So what's going on here?
Oh, you want me to key it up? Okay, I thought you were going to play it first. My mistake.
Oh, I can play it first.
Yeah, go ahead and play it first.
Where's the play button? There it
That
is.
gives you the roadmap. What?
Perspective of her at the beginning, which is why it's so funny to me that you guys make it seem like I'm ground zero. People thought Erika was sus from day I forgive him, and I was not a part of that. I did not lean into that. I did not contribute to that. I was getting...
You did not.
All right.
Yes, you have. What are you talking about?
Actually, terrible messages
Okay.
from my fans.
That's good. Okay, so first of all, I highly recommend Nick Rekieta's reaction to this because he's a lawyer and he explains some of the issues with Candace Owens' position. But the whole reason I wanted to play this is because last week the last time we streamed, I did this entire diatribe about how I was convinced that all of this was motivated by Erika Kirk saying, "I forgive Tyler Robinson." And that everybody was being being petulant and awful because of, she forgave him. And then this whole debate happens, and then she flat out says it during the debate. Like this whole thing started ever since the "I forgave him" line. And yeah, it might be petulant to say I was right, but I want to say I was right because it's not unfounded. It did start with the whole "I forgive him" thing. Because here's the thing. People want to stay angry at their moms. They want to stay angry about their petulant crap. And when somebody actually forgives somebody over something that's serious, rather than, doing the mature thing and going, "Oh, wow, this is a person who has a lot of character," they start going, "What, you think you're better than me?" And so they want to start tearing the person down because humans stink. And that was my only point. But it was a big point to me, and I wanted to say it and go, see, it's not, even the epicenter of all this crap thinks that's when it began. So I'm not just talking out my butt. That's my point. Maybe it's petty, but I felt like it was a good point to make.
It is a good point. I don't know about it being petty. I think it's a good point.
Well, I don't like to do the whole, I was right, I told you. I don't, maybe that's petty.
I told you so. Yes, that's when it gets petty.
It's a issue with the culture. Like there is this weird thing in the culture, in the conservative culture. It's like whole anti-forgiveness and anti Christian virtue, like it's not manly or something.
Well, it should be, because that's part of what Jesus wanted us to do, is forgive people.
Sure. But anyway, yeah, I just wanted to sit there and say that. I was like, this whole thing started with the whole "I forgive you" thing. So, what are your thoughts, Trevor? You tell me, am I off base? Do you agree? Do you disagree? Do you think, is there something else that might be motivated? Because here's the thing. Candace Owens is so clearly and obviously wrong about this. And it's painful. Like, it's to the degree that it's freaking painful. There is 700 hours of, I think that's what Nick Rekieta said, 700 hours of footage of Tyler Robinson sulking around on those stairways in the building. All right, you've got his DNA all over the gun. Now, she conflates this term called degradation, and Rekieta does a better job explaining this than I'm going to. But basically, Tyler Robinson had the most DNA on the gun, but because he had the most DNA on the gun, some of that DNA is older than the rest of the DNA on the gun, and so therefore he had the most degradation. Meaning that there's the widest range of old and new DNA on the gun. Now, that's being very, very reductive and simplistic, but the point is, it was clearly his flipping gun. She didn't know what degradation is. And so, that's something she probably should have known, but she didn't. And then you've got this whole Egyptian plane thing. And then you've got the fact that she's grabbing some dude who had a rap sheet as a witness for this secret assassination meeting or whatever. Like, she's done things that are incredibly obvious. Like, she's made mistakes that are incredibly obvious, and people should be taking what she says with a grain of salt, and yet they're clinging to this idea that Tyler Robinson, not only that Tyler Robinson is innocent or a patsy, but that Erika Kirk had something to do with it, that she was complicit, whatever that means. And it's just like, why are you listening to somebody who is clearly, like, obviously wrong, and I would argue has an axe to grind? Why are you listening? And I'm saying that they're listening because this has nothing to do with what's true. This is trying to make sure a good person falls, because it's like, what, you think you're better than me? You think because you forgave your husband's murderer, you're better than me? He's a bad man. Once again, yes, he's going to die. It's not like she's saying he shouldn't be executed. But, when you say you forgive somebody, you say you're not dwelling on it. You're not going to sit there and, like, constantly stew, and if he asks for forgiveness or tries to reach out, you're not going to, like, spurn him. Yes, he's going to be punished in the law, but that's not the only component. That's not like, forgiveness is not denying somebody, corporal punishment or anything like that. Forgiveness is not holding on to something in your spirit. If he, like, not trying to get vengeance for yourself, in a manner of speaking. So, yeah, I mean, she forgave him. People want to stay mad because most people are mad about stupid crap.
Right.
Yeah. And so this is all about making Erika Kirk into, like, some kind of hypocrite so they can feel better about themselves. And I will scream that until I'm blue in the face, but what do you think, Mr. Trevor?
Was Candace really like Charlie's best friend, like she claims?
I have no idea. That I don't know.
Because Candace did claim at some point on the Sean Ryan show when she was on there. That's where I listened to her talk about all this. She talked about her and Charlie would text and talk and stuff all the time, and they were really close friends. And so she made it out to be Charlie was like her best friend,
Yeah.
And then along comes Erika and kind of ruins all that. So, me personally, I think for Candace, this stems a lot deeper than just
it's angry ex-girlfriend vibes. That's what you're like, right? That's what you're driving at.
That's kind of what I'm going for. Well, not angry ex-girlfriend, but angry
spurned girl that wanted to be the girlfriend and never got the chance.
She was his best girlfriend. They never actually.
Well, evidently not, because Charlie obviously thought Erika Kirk was his best friend. That's why she won.
Yeah.
So.
I don't know. It seems to me like there's deeper roots for Candace than just
like there's an ulterior motive. Yeah, it's as subtle as a train. It's like if you listen to this interview here at the last bit, like she tips her hand in that. You just look at her face, look at her body language. It's like, guys, look at the woman. That is a spurned, vindictive chick that has got an axe to grind against a girl she lost out on. That's what it is. Now, that's my opinion. I can't prove that in a court of law. But, look at her face. But anyway, But and my point isn't so much about Candace though. It's like it's incredibly obvious to us. Like whenever somebody says, "Hey, there's Egyptian planes flying over the area." And then like there's no planes that even match, like there's no plane from Egypt even matching that flight schedule. It's like, "Okay, why are you continuing to believe this person after that?"
Right.
Because you know you're not gonna typically make a claim like that unless you've got some reason to think it because you don't want to look like a complete fool. The woman looked like a complete fool. She made this outlandish claim with no evidence. That's not I was kind of wrong. That's I'm going to stir the pot and I really don't care because if I just keep saying stuff, then people are going to believe it. Because she felt the same thing that everybody else felt, that sense of resentment whenever she said the "I forgive you" line. Either she felt that anger too, or she sensed an opportunity because she knew people would.
So is it kind of along the lines of me saying that Bigfoot is astral projecting, and that's why we can't see him?
If you mean by the fact that you posited that out of the void and there was no evidence for it whatsoever, then yes.
Yeah, okay. Because that's exactly
I
what
appreciate the self-deprecating humor, by the way. That was very good.
Well, I'm just trying to connect it as simple as I can in my own brain.
Well, what's interesting about this debate is Andrew Wilson keeps using this term positive versus like, I don't know, not positive or negative evidence or something like that. And everybody's like, well, what do you mean by positive evidence? And it's actually pretty straightforward. It's like, look, whatever hypothesis you have to have a reason for thinking it, like an affirmative thing. So take your data point, your evidence, and try to state it without a negation. So for example, and that maybe this would be the best way to put it. So let's say that the DNA or whatever, let's say that she's right about the degradation thing and that the DNA on the gun is like old, like Tyler Robinson's DNA on that gun is old. Most of it's old or whatever. Okay, that is something that makes the prosecution's theory look bad. But what makes you think that the gun was planted? Because just because the prosecution's theory might be wrong doesn't mean that the gun was planted by Israel or France or some other country. Does that make sense? Like, you can't just go prosecution wrong, therefore patsy. You have to have a specific reason. Say, for example, the gun had dirt from Israel. Like, you need a specific reason to suggest your patsy theory. You can't just point at holes in another person's case and say, therefore, my theory is true. You have to have affirmative reasons for your own case. Does that make sense?
Yes.
That's what Andrew Wilson meant by positive evidence. Something that would prove her theory over the prosecution's. So, going back to your Bigfoot analogy, the reason that had no evidence is, yes, Bigfoot is hard to find, right? That does not prove, that's the anomaly, that's the thing you're trying to explain. That does not prove that Bigfoot has teleporting capacity, right? There has to be some other reason, like a teleportation machine, or a footage of Bigfoot being over here, then suddenly over there. Like, there has to be an affirmative reason why you think your hypothesis is correct. And you can't just pull it out of the void, because statistically, everything is possible. And in a sequence space, every possibility just represents one. So you need additional evidence that raises your theory over the other possibilities. Am I making sense?
Yeah.
Okay. That's Candace's problem. That's what Andrew Wilson was talking about. She has no affirmative reasons for thinking Tyler Robinson is a patsy. All she's essentially doing is poking holes in the prosecution's case, but even her facts on that point are wrong. But even if she was right about the things she says, She has no specific reasons for thinking Israel and France had anything to do with it.
Yeah.
She needs affirmative evidence. She needs positive proof, positive evidence, as Andrew Wilson was saying. At least that's the way I believe it's supposed to be under. I think that's what he meant. That's what I mean to say.
Okay.
All right. I need to breathe.
Okay. Kalix said, I can't stand Lois Owens. Lois Owens. Is he talking about Candace?
Lois Owens.
Or somebody else?
I'm not sure.
And that was a while ago. I'm not sure.
Lois Owens.
Do you want me to look up the person?
Sure. Let's see what that means.
Lois Owens. It went straight to obituaries.
Okay, so maybe he knows the reference and we're just dumb. Maybe it's going over our heads because we're special.
Yeah, it just went to an elderly lady.
Anyway, but I would recommend watching Nick Rekieta's. Like, I know it's like 7 hours, then 4 hours, then 5 hours reacting to the debate. For the record, this is why we've never actually reacted to a debate ourselves, because I would, and I would like to, but you're talking about 7, 8, 12-hour stream to get through a debate in any substantial detail, and that would be quite taxing for a number of people.
Yeah, that would. I like listening to people debate sometimes, but I can only make it like halfway through them.
Well, that's why I think like reaction videos like what Nick Rekieta did here are really valuable, because you have to slow this stuff down.
Yeah.
Like, you got to slow this stuff down and break apart what exactly they're saying.
For people like me who it's over my head.
Well, yeah, a lot of people don't know evidentiary rules. They don't know debate rules. They just, go with their gut. And it's like, well, you gotta slow it down and, think through things logically. And yeah, that takes like 13 hours. So people don't typically want to spend 13 hours thinking through something.
Yeah. Researching and whatnot.
Yeah, so I would highly recommend Nick Rekieta's videos, because it's a good example about how to do that. And of course, him being a lawyer, he's got, some specific knowledge about the situation.
Yeah, this is, let's see if it'll let me load it. There we go. That's better. Nick Rekieta.
Much better.
Rekieta Law. Finishing with Candace Owens and Andrew Wilson mass debate. Part 3.
Yeah, so it's a 3-part sucker. I think that one's 5 hours or so.
Let's see, where's it say? Yeah, it's 501. Daggone.
But anyway, yeah, it's just the theory is so insane. But I think the point is, Erika did the right thing. She's following what her, I believe her religion. I believe forgiveness is important. I believe Christ is, Christ is Lord. But I think a lot of people, they try to run from the forgiveness component of Christianity like the plague. This is why I go on about once saved, always saved so much. This is one of the reasons for it, because it's like, you have to understand that one of the reasons like God's unconditional love is so important is because if your relationship with God is transactional, and you're not willing to forgive somebody for being ridiculous, then every other relationship in your life is going to be transactional.
And you gotta forgive everybody.
Well, every time you give money, well, that person owes you. You know what I mean? Every time your kid yells at you or mistreats you, then the kid owes you. People get a chip on their shoulder because they're not willing to forgive.
Yeah.
And they don't understand the concept of unconditional love. That's how you break familial cycles. Forgiveness is how you break familiar, like generational curses or cyclical behavior.
Yeah.
Forgiveness is how you don't have this like tit-for-tat relationship even with your family and children.
Yep.
And people don't want to believe that that's necessary, but it is. And to quote Joyce Meyer, unforgiveness is kind of like drinking poison and expecting the other person to die. Like, there's a time to be angry. I'm not going to say anger is a bad emotion. You need to be angry, and you probably need to stay angry until the fight's done, whatever that fight is. But once the fight is over, you've got to let it go. You can't, because then it just becomes bitterness, and bitterness is the corrosive distortion of anger.
Yep.
So.
Been there, done that. Don't want to do it again.
It's exhausting. It's exhausting. So yeah, I think Erika Kirk did the right thing. I think she said the right thing. And, I guess I need to say this. Another thing that really irritates me is they've been like hounding on her about her sparkly dress and the fact that she hugged her friend for a second too long. And I'm like, and I think they also get mad at Turning Point for doing a fireworks show or some such thing.
Yeah, they were upset about the fireworks. It's like,
well, the
Charlie
thing is,
Kirk, the Charlie Kirk that I watched and listened to, he sounds like a person that would want us to celebrate in his passing. I don't want to be disrespectful, but I don't know him personally, so I can't actually confirm that.
Mm-hmm.
But just in watching the man from videos, he sounds like someone who would want those around him to remember him in a celebratory way instead of, oh, woe is me,
Well, that would be in line of Christian religion, Christianity teaches that you're going to heaven when you die if you believe in Christ. If you confess with your mouth that Jesus Christ is Lord and believe in your heart that he rose from the dead, you shall be saved. If you confess that Jesus Christ is Lord and you believe he rose from the dead, you shall be saved. So you're going to heaven. That's something that is a good thing.
Yep.
So that would be, that kind of attitude would be in line with Christian doctrine. But I think, if you've spent 10 minutes in any sort of corporate job, if you've rubbed elbows with anybody who runs a company, you know that the first thing that they do, put on a strong face, don't act defeated. Everything is good. You're going to move on. You're going to get past this. It's always PR and put on a happy face. I guarantee you Erika Kirk did not wear the sparkly dress because she wanted to. I would bet my house that there was somebody who was like, you need to do this. You need to put on a strong front. You can't show weakness, blah, blah, blah. And they pressured her essentially to wearing that dress. And that's just corporate stuff. And anybody who spent 10 minutes in like a corporate environment knows that. Or like any sort of company or church or club or organization or board, including 501c3 boards. Like that's just like the default policy. And so like that's been the attitude everywhere I've ever been. And so I'm like, okay, surely that's intuitive to most people because most people do work in retail and other types of jobs. Everybody who's had any sort of exposure with customer service is going to know what I'm talking about, or should. And so that's point number one. Point number two, how do you go from sparkly dress, put on a happy face to I had something to do with the murder of my husband? Like, it doesn't make any sense, and the only reason people would be gravitating towards that as strongly as they are is if they want to. Like, they need her to be the villain. Because how dare her forgive that guy because he can't possibly deserve it. And again, he should be punished. He should get the death penalty. What he did was awful. And, he's going to court, and he's probably going to be executed for that. So there's that. But as Christians, you are supposed to forgive. And if you are a Christian, you know that. So why are you putting up such a fuss? Well, it's because people don't want to forgive their moms or their dads or whatever stupid squabble they've got going on. And frankly, compared to the murder of your husband, their bullcrap about that mean thing that was said in Thanksgiving is pretty dang petty.
Yeah.
And so people act like this because they feel convicted. That is my hypothesis. Because believing Candace Owens, the woman screams jaded, rejected lover. Like, she just screams it. It's like an aura emanating from her being. It's like a smell. Like, if there was the equivalent of spurned girl, like if there was flies circling around her head like a stench, only it was like spurned girls yelling on TikTok. Just imagine a bunch of shorts about shrieking women and floating above her head yelling on TikTok. Like, it's obvious she's an angry ex-girlfriend. So why are they believing, not even an ex, but, rejected girlfriend, spurn lover, or whatever. Not even lover. What's the term? Just rejected. She's angry because she got rejected. It's obvious, at least to me. So why, and I'm not particularly bright, so I imagine there's a lot of people that would normally be inclined to believe that. So why are they gravitating towards Erika Kirk murdering Charlie Kirk? It's because they're angry about something else, and they've gravitated towards somebody who's clearly wrong, so they can justify their anger through a pretense.
Well, then it's part of our culture, what we watch. A lot of our TV shows, that's what happens. It's usually the wife, and in those situations, like where a husband dies and the wife gets a whole lot out of it, per se, a huge company, it's usually the wife.
So they think this is an episode of ID Investigates?
Any of those shows like that, yeah.
You know what? That's a possibility. But there's usually, antifreeze involved and poisoning.
That's true.
Not an assassin.
Not an assassin in front of millions of people.
Assassination in front of millions of people, yeah. But anyway.
Country.
Yeah, in front of the whole country. But anyway, yeah, the evidence is very, very strongly. Like, would you still believe, even if this were an ID documentary, would you still believe that Erika Kirk murdered her husband when Tyler Robinson's going, yeah, hey, see me on the security footage? That's me. I did it. And there's 700 hours of footage of me doing it. Like, there have been people who have been convicted for way, way less. You have a confession. You have all his friends and family saying he did it. And you've got footage showing him moving around in the area where the deed was done. Like, what else do you need? It is so stupidly open and shut that the only thing I could think of is that there's got to be an ulterior motive for why people want to believe this so bad. Because the evidence is just not there. And that evidence would be something like another guy who had the same kind of rifle snooping around on a different rooftop, or DNA from some unknown individual on the gun,
or the exploding microphone theory.
That is ridiculous. Where are the scorch marks? Where's the boom in the tape? Like, what, explosions? Like, is there a silent muffled explosion? Is there a silencer for microphone bombs we don't know about?
I don't know.
It's stupid. It's just stupid. It doesn't even make any sense. Who activated the microphone bomb? Why?
I don't know. For views? I don't know. Oh. Yeah.
Doesn't make any sense. And so I just wanted, again, it's probably petty. It's probably coming across as petty, but I don't care. I just want to say I postulated it with very little context last week, and then she turns around and confirms my suspicion the next week. That was my only point. And maybe that's incredibly petty, but I wanted to say it because it does speak to human nature.
Yeah.
And people need, myself, all of us need to be introspective and look at our motives whenever we're gravitating towards one theory or the other, even if things don't make sense, Or, maybe this is just a general appeal to be more introspective about, your own emotions and ask yourself why you believe what you believe. Maybe that's all I'm getting at. It's my sermon.
Amen.
Because I'm a functional human being who can tell people what to do.
What is functional?
You're setting on a washing machine, I guess. I don't know.
I could.
Set a washing machine?
Set on a washing machine.
Why?
Well, I just have to move my laptop here. It's right over there. We have our washing machine in our garage.
I think I ended this on a very profound point. I am quite the academic, and now you're trivializing my profound philosophy. You should end the stream.
All right, thanks guys for not streaming, watching the stream. Hopefully it didn't glitch too bad this week. And with that, thank you Gary for being here. And we will see you all next time. Where's chat is now in front of my stop button.
Yeah, do we have any more chats before we wrap it up?
No, I can't stand Lois Owens was the last one.
Okay.
So thank you, Calix, for being on our stream.
Yes. Thanks again, Calix.
And we'll see you all next time.
Adios.